Well, hello all. It's so hot here in San Francisco today, but we'll do the video anyway. Just going to be a little wet looking. Spain battles wildfires as it swelters in a new heat wave. On Saturday, the forecasts of between 40 and 42 degrees C, or 104 to 108 degrees Fahrenheit, battled the country. Here in the U.S., we have back-to-back heat waves. The central and eastern U.S. is battling high temperatures and dry weather. In Yellowstone National Park, we're seeing major flooding as our drought is beginning to wane a little bit in the northwest. And when droughts wane, the rain comes on really quickly. Up in parts of France, the weather is really high in temperature that they're not used to. 20 to 25 degrees Fahrenheit above normal temperatures. In San Francisco Bay Area, on Tuesday and Wednesday, that's tomorrow and the next day, it'll be between 102 and 104. And we're just beginning the summer. In many parts of Europe, temperature records are smashed all over the countries as they battle high temperatures and heat waves. 5 to 10 times more intense than a century ago. That's amazing. France's temperatures across the country rose to 27.4 degrees C or 81 degrees Fahrenheit above what they normally are. On Saturday, the highest ever for this month has been recorded in France. And while that goes on, here and around the world, people are screaming because gas prices are going so high in price. Well, unfortunately, that's going to be the norm. And one of the reasons the gas prices are going up so high isn't because we're low on gas or anything. It's because Exxon has its quarterly profit of $5.5 billion, and Shell, in its quarterly profit, $9.13 billion in profit. That's why gasoline is going up so high. It's not because we're cutting back on gas prices or gas exploration or anything like that. It's because of the corporations taking advantage of us people and making money, taking high profits while they jack up the price of everything. And that is being allowed by the people. If people would get out in the streets and start complaining about this nonsense, they might bring it down a few cents here and there. There's also a possibility that we're going to run out of gasoline and that we're going to have to go with electric. And unfortunately, our governments aren't helping people pay for electric vehicles or promoting electricity as a form of transportation. Here in San Francisco, our bus system is all electric. Everything's electric, or it's electric diesel, but most of it is on wires, and the electricity is made from Hetch Hetchy Dam up in the Sierras. So the electricity is made from water, and we transport ourselves with that electricity. And a lot of this country could do the same thing if it tried to, but it's more interested in selling big, fat, huge SUVs and gigantic pickup trucks so men can feel like they have a pair or something. I don't know why every man on this planet has to have a gigantic vehicle, but that's got to change, that attitude. Well, I tell you, the sweat glands will sure get worked this summer, I can tell you that. And each summer it's going to get hotter and more uncomfortable. And unfortunately, trying to pay for electricity for all that air conditioning isn't going to be available to everybody. And the poor people will start to become heat sick one way or another. It's so important that we look after each other during these times, and we try to use as least amount of fossil fuels as possible. Fossil fuels is what's causing our heat problem around the world, and the extreme fires that are now just starting up in June. Soon, July, August, and September will be here. The fire season, the real hot fire season, when whole cities will start to burn down, and towns that are in vulnerable places. Another problem is that people are building in vulnerable places. Why would people build houses along a river when they know that every river on the planet eventually will overflow its banks and take out these houses? I don't understand why the insurance company is allowing people to build next to a river. And then when you see their house, it's swallowed up by the river, you think, oh, it's climate change. No, it's stupidity on the people's part for building a house right on a river. And I see that all over the world. Whole towns are built along a river, with a river running right through the middle of the town. And then you see a huge flood come in and take out a lot of the town. It happens year after year after year. We have to be smart about where we build and where we put our population. Another thing we can do is depopulate by adoption. I covered that in my last video. So I guess that's it for today. It's going to be very hot starting tomorrow and the next day here in San Francisco. And today it's going to be in the high 90s, so it's going to be hot today as well. And it's already quite warm, and it's very early in the morning. So hopefully everybody is doing all right in the summer heat and the beginning of climate change. But as I said, this is just the beginning. I appreciate all your ups, the downs, and your new subscribers. And until next time.